Robert Taylor stars as Billy the Kid tonight at midnight.
Today, our champion, Scott Rondelli of Billerica, faces the challenge of Joe Ouellette Jr. of Ashburnham on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and I'm glad you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts for 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling. Total pinfall determines our winner, and each of our bowlers takes home a permanent souvenir from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. Obviously, the taller one goes to the champion. The other indicates he was a participant on our show. We have guaranteed prize money of $1,200. $700 of that goes to the winner. $350 goes to the runner-up. $50 to the winner of each string. And we have some gift certificates here. I have 4 of them from Eastern Clothing Company of Watertown. $50 gift certificates for men's clothing. 1 each to the winner of the 3 strings and 1 to the runner-up. A $50 gift certificate, which must be earned, goes to our marksman of the day, the bowler with most marks. That comes from True Value hardware stores and home centers. There are other opportunities for our bowlers to go home a little bit richer. Most of you are familiar with those. I'll remind you, though, as the program goes along. However, right now, let's talk to today's bowlers, shall we? Joe, nice to see you.
Nice being here.
Joe Ouellette Jr., and I know that you're a first-timer, and you can be encouraged because the guy who's on your left right now was a first-timer last week, and he came on and won. So you see it can be done, right?
Yes.
And it's nice to see new faces here. I see that you have your own business, and also you're a father of those 2 handsome kids over there, Christine and Joey, huh?
Yes.
Good. Are you happy to be here?
Yes.
Ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay. And Scott is happy as heck because he came on. He has been trying. I don't know how many folks were watching last week, but you came in second about 11 times?
About 11 times in the last 6 years. 3 last year. 1 by 2 pins from Bobby Kelly.
How about that? Nice feeling to have it over with now, to be here and to have won, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Good luck to you and to you, Joey. Should be a good one. We'll get it underway right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware, your store of first choice.
Here is our challenger, Joe Ouellette Jr. League average, 122. His high triple is 471. I mentioned last week that Scott Rondelli has a high single of 210. And amazingly, Joe Ouellette Jr.'s high single is 208. Nice shot. One, 6, 7, 8, 10. Got the 8 out of there. The other 4 are still there. It's a 6 box. Here's Scott Rondelli, our defending champion. He beat Joe Carchedi in Joe Carchedi's 5th week last week by a score of 372 to 346. Got a left side diamond plus the 9 pin. In other words, what he has is the 2, 4, 5, and 8, and then the 9 pin. Yes. .123 average, high single 210 as I told you, high triple 479. Well, it's 6, but he left the picket fence all the way across the back, the 7, 8, 9, and 10. However, there are two pieces of wood right about where the 5 would be in a kind of a V configuration, and he may, if they stay close together, I'm not sure whether he can or not. Be quite a shot if he gets the 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, got 2 of them. Scott holds, along with Charlie Milan of Brewer, Maine, the all-time World Candlepin Bowling Congress Tour, Pro Tour, high single. That's 210. And as we said, this man, Joe Ouellette Jr., has a 208. Lob didn't cost him anything because he went right down the gap that had been vacated by the 2 and 8. 7. One, 3, 6, 7, and 8. Nine. Scott Rondelli, our defending champion. 3 and 10 with wood right up against the 10. Made it for another mark. Boy, that's an unusual one. He came right in on the head pin, and he picked off 1 and 8 and 9, left the 5, and obviously the 2 wings of the spread eagle. It's a 9. All right, first look at the scoreboard as we do after 4 boxes of the first and 4 of the second. And the score at the end of 4, our defending champion Scott Rondelli, 47. Our challenger, Joe Ouellette, 32. Challenger Joe Ouellette Jr. on the line. I mentioned he has his own business. He is a heating contractor, representing the Hub Bowling Center in Lunenburg, working on the 1-3-7. There it is. Spare. Big 8 and a spare leave with a 4-7. Got just the 4. It's a 9. Now Scott Rondelli comes up, our defending champion. Scott from Billerica. His spare leave is a 1, 3, and 6. Miss number 1. Nine box. Ralph Stewart calls time. He's got a piece of wood that has come this way and has to be removed because it is this side of the deadwood line. Again, for any of you unfamiliar with candlepin bowling, exactly 2 feet from the middle of the head pin toward the bowler is a line which is called the deadwood line, and any wood which is behind it has to remain. Anything that comes this side of it toward the bowler or touches it has to be removed. Now our challenger, Joe Ouellette Jr. A little triangle made up of the 3, 5, and 6, but we know that these triangles can be tricky. They look easy for a spare. Let's see if he makes it. He did. Last week I meant to get this letter on, and I just forgot. He gets a big 9, and Ralph calls time for a loose ball. This letter informs us that the Greenfield Teachers Bowling League has been in existence for 60 years, and one lady has been bowling in that for all 60 of those years, and her birthday, July 26th, Catherine Carney, turned 92. Bless you. Missed a single, the 10. There it is, for a 10. Scott Rondelli. Seven-pin lead right now in the match. 4 pins. Made it. That was 1, 5, 6, 9. Bonus. Six. Head pin and 7, 8, 10. Boy, you got everything except the 7 pin. A 10 box, 92 through 8. 4-pin lead. Challenger, Joe Ouellette. One, 2, 8, 9. Oh, the 8 is still there. $10 box. 98 through 9. Is it going to be a strike? Nope. Everything went down except the 10 pin. Got some wood now. 3 pieces that are doing a barrel roll out about to where the 2 would be. Just as he's got set to deliver, the one on the left moved. He made the spare. Yeah. Here's a bonus on the spare in the 10th. Strike on that. So he picked up 20 pins and winds up with a 118. His average is 122, so he was close to that. Our defending champion, Scott Rondelli, whom I told you shares the World Candlepin Bowling Congress high single of 210. By the way, that Pro Tour is going to begin its 18th season in September. Anyone interested in joining the Pro Tour can send for information. And I'll give you that address as soon as we see whether Scott gets the spare. He did. The address for information is WCBC Incorporated, Post Office Box 545, Webster, Massachusetts, 01570. Ladies, an average of 102 or better. Men, 112 or better to be eligible. And Scott comes back and gets a strike in the 10th. So 2 more bonus balls, and if he knocks down all the pins, he'll have $50 in bonus money for 3 marks in a row. Any combination of strikes or spares in the same string. And he throws another strike, and as you know, 3 strikes in a row is worth an additional bonus of $1,000. Already at 132, and another ball to roll, and see whether it's going to be a strike or not. It is not, but he adds 5 more, so a 137. Excellent finish to his string. Both bowlers had an excellent finish to the first string, and the score at the end of 1 is defending champion Scott Rondelli 137, challenger Joe Ouellette 118. In the middle string, our defending champion leads it off. Here's Scott Rondelli. Wow, what a thin hit that turned out to be. Got the 1 and the 8, period. And he still has the 2 wings of the spread eagle to work on. Scott, in addition to picking up $100 in bonus money in that first string, also got a $50 gift certificate from Eastern Clothing Company of Watertown for men's clothing. On the right side, he has 3 pins standing. Wood in front of it. It's the 3, 6, 10. Let's see if he can run it down for the spare. Everything went except the 10. The 10 did not go. Loose ball to be picked up by Ralph Stewart. Ralph, of course, is our lob line judge and referee. 9 box. Joe Ouellette's coming up, our challenger. Two, 4, 7, and 10 with Wood over near the 10. Got everything except the 2 pin. It's a 9 box. Two, 7, and 10. The 10's still there. Nine box. Al Giglio keeping score on the big electronic scoreboard here, the one that you're watching. John Breen keeping score on a large scoreboard here for the gallery. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. Phil Rubin, our producer and director. Nice shot by Scott. And another spare. Today's crew is Dick Erickson, Roger Rice, Rich O'Neill, and Skip Peabody. Very, very close to getting a strike. One pin, and he will have two spares in succession. Nope. Missed it. Our live line judge and referee, Ralph Stewart, has to call time and get a ball that got loose. For a 10, yes. Joe Ouellette, today's challenger. Four 7, 6-10. Wood in front of the 4-7. Got that 4-7 and threw some wood and the ball over to the right, but it was too deep in the pit and could not get the 6-10. It's an 8. That gives Scott Rondelli a 28-pin lead right now. Half Worcester right, punching out 3 and 9. Nice spare. And we take another check on the scoreboard, as we always do after 4 boxes, first string and second string. And with Joe Ouellette having one bonus ball yet to throw, the score in pins that are already down is Scott Rondelli 45, Joe Ouellette 36. Our defending champion on the line to roll in the 5th box as we're at halfway through the match. Lots of wood. And he made it. Spare in the 5th. And strike on spare. Once again, Scott has put together a pair. Let's see whether he can get that elusive third one for some bonus money. Joe Ouellette. Half Worcester left. Still 5 pins standing. The object pin becomes the number 1. And it's a 5 box. Just 2 as a fill on his spare. Got a break, and he's got a spare leave over on the right-hand side of the 3 and 6. Made it. So Joe had 2 spares and an unfortunate 5 in between in the run of the 4th, 5th, and 6th box. Let's see whether Scott Rondelli can get that third mark. He got it with authority, a hammer. And he also has, more important, 2 strikes in a row. So stand by. You all know what that means, or if you don't, I'll explain to you later. Nope, he got 6 on that first ball. Had he gotten 3 strikes in a row, in addition to $50 for 3 marks in a row, and another $50 for a fourth, he would have, for 3 strikes in a row, an additional bonus of $1,000. 4 horsemen right side. Do they go? Yes, they do. So it's $100 in bonus money in this little streak right here for Scott Rondelli. Now Joe Ouellette. Two pins to pick up, the 1 and the 2. Too bad, he missed it on the right side. Made it for a 10. Another spare lead. This time it's the 1, 2, 4 instead of just 1, 2. And he made it. So he's been alternating spares with opens. He's had 3 of them here in this string, but they have come in the 4th, in the 6th, and in the 8th box. Now Scott Rondelli, remember, he has 4 marks in a row, so each mark now is worth $50 in bonus money. Not like that. Just 2. Can he pull it off? No. There are still 3 pins standing. 1 and 2 and 6, and he got 1 of them. So it's an 8 box. He still has a fine string going of 131 with a box to go. And he opened with a 137. Half foot, excuse me, to spread eagle. If a bowler goes over 400, there is an additional bonus of $100. He's at 138. Nine, a 140. $277. Needs a 123 for a 400. And that would be worth an extra $100. And if he gets really hot, he could go after our True Value leaders for our championship show on August the 26th at 6:30 p.m. from the Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill, live on Channel 5. And of course, our championship show, in addition to being shown in the greater Boston area, will also be shown live in Springfield. So all you folks will get a chance. That's at 6:30 until 8, an hour and a half, with the 5 bowlers with the highest 3-string total since our last championship show, going for a first prize of $10,000 and total prize money of $20,000, our True Value Championship show. And as Paul Harvey says, and that is true value. Nine, 105. So for the second string, Scott Rondelli has picked up $50 in bonus money for winning it, and also a $50 gift certificate for men's clothing from Eastern Clothing Company of Watertown. And the score at the end of 2, Scott Rondelli, 277. Joe Ouellette Jr., 223. All right, here's the third string, and leading it off is today's challenger, Joe Ouellette Jr. And the man from Ashburnham has one pin to pick up for a spare, the 6. And he has it. So he begins the third string the right way with a mark. Just 3. Still has 4 pins standing, and one of them is the head pin. Next is the 6, then it's the 7 and 10. Waiting for some wood to settle down. Our high-low jackpot going to be worth $475. It's a 6-box. Our home viewer jackpot is $350. Our leader and defending champion, Scott Rondelli, in the third string, and he's got a lot of wood still standing, including number 1, the head pin, and to the left of that, the 4-7, to the right, the 6-10, and no wood. So he has a 6-box. Spread eagle. He didn't miss the head pin that time, but he hit it 2 full and got the 1, 5, 8, 9. Got 2 of them, the 4, 7. Now go to the right and try to get the 3, 6, 10. Nope, it's an 8-box. Joe Ouellette Jr., today's challenger. And Joe gets another mark. So he has 2 spares in the first 3 boxes. Having trouble putting them together for bonus money. Half Worcester, right side, punching out 3 and 9. One and 10 still standing. It's a 10. It's a spare leave. Again, it's that treacherous one, the tricky triangle. This one is made up of the 3, 5, and 6. Well, we don't know whether that would have been a 1 or 2 pin down or all 3 because he didn't touch it. Got 2 of them, and it's a 9. $357. Will it go? Well, we don't know because all he got was the 5. Scott with an excellent opportunity to roll. After rolling a 137 and rolling a 140, he needed a 123 for 400, an extra $100, but so far has been able to get just a 6, an 8, and a pair of 9s. Joe Ouellette Jr. has all the marks so far in the 3rd string, a pair of them. He's got the 7 with wood in front of it over on the left, and on the right, the 3, 6, 10. Right now, I can't tell you who the challenger will be next week because that roll-off had not been held at the time that we are videotaping this. 10. Tough shot. 4 horsemen, left side, and he's got the 9. So, well, you know how tough that is. Still 3 pins there, the 4, 7, and the 9. An 8 box. I told you 475 in the high-low jackpot. In case you're curious, how high does the high-low jackpot go? Well, the highest was the one that John Zernicke hit. That had grown to the 1875. Strike to Scott Rondelli. First bonus ball, and 2 full on the head pin. 6. He's got 2, 4, 7, no wood, and the 6 pin. Nope. 2 full on the 2 pin. Nine. Only mark so far. Joe Ouellette Jr., today's challenger, 2 full on the head pin. He leaves 6, 4 on the right, 2 on the left, 4, 7 on the left. Still a couple there. And a strike for Joe Ouellette Jr. He has 3 marks here in the 3rd string. 1 for Scott Rondelli. Scott way ahead by 53 pins, but he would like to have been able to roll a 123 for a 400. He's still capable of doing it, of course. He has the 7, 10, and the object pin becomes the 2 with 3 pieces of wood in back of it. Can he do it? No. 7 and 10 still there. Now on lane 3, and a spread eagle. One pin goes down from the left-hand side. 2. It's a 6 box. shaking his head as he comes back. He wanted that 123, but he just hasn't been able to get it. Joe Ouellette. Joe working on a strike, gets himself 7 with the first ball, and he's left with the 5, 7, 8. See if he can convert the spare right now. No, too full on the 5. So the fill is 8. And let's see, probably a 9. Nope, he made a 10 out of it. 96. Joe leading in this third string and may very well pick up the bonus money. But Scott way ahead in the match. 1, 4, 7, 9. 3 pieces of wood. Unable to convert that one. It's an 8 for a 104. And Joe Ouellette congratulates Scott Rondelli. Scott repeating as champion. As I told you, I don't know who his challenger will be next week. That roll-off has not been held yet. An 8 box. 81. So without a mark, he will not break 100. The 2, the 4, and the 10. Will it go? No. So he will not break 100. The best he could do would be a 91. Nine brings him to an even 90. And so Joe Ouellette Jr. wins the $50 for winning the third string, and also a $50 gift certificate for men's clothing from Eastern Clothing Company of Watertown. Each bowler will be getting 2 of those, since Scott won the first 2, and we'll get 2 for that. And for being runner-up and winning the third, Joe will get 2 of them. The final score, Scott Rondelli 367, Joe Ouellette Jr. 327. $350. That's what's in the home viewer jack. Wow, look at all the cards we have here. Whew. The number we have today is a 694, and that may not. You know, I mean, it's one of those situations where most of the guesses that we get are in the anywhere from 720 to up to about 760 or even higher. But of course, all of these things, as I've told you before, in case any of you folks are watching for the first time, because I know a lot of folks come here to this part of the country in the summertime and they tune in Channel 5, or if they're in the western part of the state, into Springfield, and then say, what is this program anyway? What is that? Candlestick bowling? No, it's candlepin bowling, and it's indigenous to our area. But what we are asking folks to do, and you're welcome to do it while you're in the area, is put on a postcard, include your name, to make sure it is a postcard, not a letter. We'll allow you 1 of those per day. Take a guess as to what you think the combined total will be, both bowlers, on a day that you hope that I reach in here and get your card. And once we do have a winner, we'll empty it out, which will be fine by me, and then we'll start all over again. Here's the address that I want you to send it to. Remember, a postcard, not a letter. Candlepin Bowling, WCBB-TV, 5 TV Place, Needham, Massachusetts, and the zip code number is 02192. I've already told you that if you are going for that number, you have a bonus of 10 pins either side. Like, for example, today it's 694. That means 684 to 704 would win it. But when I draw the card, that person will receive several prizes. Here they are.
A Conair gift set Conair and Jerry Redding products bring you the finest in hair care today. Jerry Redding Mousse and Milk and Honey Shampoo, plus Conair Professional Hair Styling Brushes. And Solder Seal Gunk Heavy Duty Puncture Seal provides security in a can. Seals and inflates all types of tires in seconds while on the car. Keep a can of Solder Seal Gunk Puncture Seal in your truck. And Ames Deluxe Pruning Shears, the perfect tool to help keep your roses and other live plants and shrubs trimmed for healthier growth. They cut clean and crisp for years.
Not bad, huh? Okay. Now, let's see where they're going to get the money. $6.94. Remember, that's what we're looking for. Dorothy Johnson of Drake Road in Arlington, Massachusetts. Her guess is $7.29, so next week is going to be more loaded, and it's going to be $400. Okay, we have, how much? $475 in the high-low jackpot. Scott, 3 little pins to knock down. Well, that's what you had to do, hit the head pin. Joe, this would be nice to take home as a consolation prize. No! Wow! Son of a gun, that was close. Okay, Joseph, if you'd be here with Scott behind you, let me see if I can figure out. One thing I can give you is a permanent souvenir, and you can put that up on the shelf, or maybe you put it in the office of your business. What's your business called?
One Wheeler Heating.
Okay, and let's see, I have $350 for you for appearing today, and I can't find any bonus money. Son of a gun.
I didn't bowl too well.
Well, I know it's a disappointment to you, but you did get 2 gift certificates, each worth $50 for men's clothing from Eastern Clothing Company of Watertown, so that's not too bad, huh?
Thank you.
And thanks for coming to see us, and don't stay away too long, all right? Okay, Scott, I don't think I saw anybody work harder to try to get a 123 or better in that third string, right?
I was losing the ball. I was slipping the ball a little bit, and I was getting some crazy-looking leaves up there. I'll take the win. A win is a win.
Oh, I know that. But when you're at 277, you look up there and think, another $100 if I can go by there. Yeah. Big trophy from the Ace Trophy Company. $50 gift certificate because you are a marksman over the day. $700 plus $250 in bonus money, and 2 certificates from Eastern Clothing. Nice to have you, and I don't know who your challenge is going to be here, but I think you'll be here. I'm going to be here. You'll be here too, right? See you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.